you notice like when we have like punk, like when we just had the tailgate today, and everyone on that side of the fence kind of sticks together. Like you have all of those type of Greeks. I guess that's NPC, right? They always stick together. They always seem to have each other's back. But NPAC, DivineNine, for some reason everything kind of tries to fall through. Like it always seems to fall through for some strange reason because we can't seem to communicate with each other as much like they can. So how is dealing with that as far as dealing with other fraternities in NPAC?
I think the biggest issue with NPAC fraternities and sororities meshing together, like
prideful.
Yeah,
it's a lot of pride.
It's pride.
It's
Because we are prideful.
and even the NPC fraternities and sororities say that. They're like, you guys have a lot of pride in your colors. And it's true. But the NPAC itself is just based on rivalry. Like it's always been, I'm gonna be better than you. I'm not. Whereas it should be, I'm gonna work with you so that we can both be better together.
Yes, I mean, with everything, you have to have competition. You know what I'm saying? And we compete against each other, and there's nothing wrong with a healthy competition. But I think that we take it a little bit too far.
And that's where the pride goes.
And that's where the pride goes because even off the camera we was just talking like how everything is taken way too literally. Why is it a problem for us to go maybe try one of the drinks that an iota made versus one of the drinks that a Kappa made, or why can't they come to our table and actually have that conversation and have a drink with us or have some of our food or stuff like that without making it look like, oh, we siding with them or siding with them. Why can't we just side with everybody?
I know as far as today is I was speaking for myself.
Speak up.
I was at everybody's table. I had everybody's drink. I had just about everybody's food. I was spoken with everybody, and the thing is that it's just not a lot of people are like me. Not a lot of people are willing to go out and say, get out necessarily their comfort zone and talk to people who are slightly different. Even though we all have technically, I'm gonna say technically, we kind of all have the same drive and goals as far as why we are in the APC, but they just never like people just don't let that click in their mind. Like, oh, you doing this by yourself, so now you're like on Greek shenanigans and people just trying to make fun of you or belittle you because you're not what you say you are. You're not. That's not what we intended for you.
Not real.
That's not what we want.
Right. And I wanna say like for some reason like society is going like completely backwards. Like it's getting to the point where you would get more props for kicking somebody when they're down, or or throwing shade as they like to call it, rather than doing what's right. It's harder to do what's right than to do what's wrong. So a lot of people, the way this generation is, a lot of people like get popularity for
Nothing.
For nothing.
I mean, we can talk about that too.
Doing negative things.
Yes.
And
shaking their ass on Instagram.
Yeah, it's like, especially in PWI, like they group us together. Like even if it was a bunch of random black people that decided to throw a party that just happened to have Greek letters on it, if something happens at that party, we get blamed for it, and it's already hard as it is. It's like being a stepchild. It's like you're not paid attention to. So it's like as soon as you try to strive and take a lot of baby steps to get where you want to go, it's just like that one little mishap will knock you all the way back down to the very first step. So it's just weird.
Like today, there was a chick. I don't know what she's a part of, but she was gonna go to the bathroom and she ended up like sitting there, like leaning all the way back, and she fell out. I'm like, bro, like she just really like kind of slick passed out. But I'm like, if I was to do that, then it's like now it's gonna be like on the news, or it's gonna be on the next thing on Instagram. It's gonna be like on Greek shenanigans. And it might just get to the point where my chapter might get shut down.
I mean, it's a different expectation.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy, and it's. I mean, yeah,
it's like you can't be.
We are a business, and we're not allowed. We're not supposed to do that. But at the same time, we're college students. We are expected, you know, to uphold this type of this better than thou type of feel.
You put on
we're
this
all
pedestal.
still college students, yeah.
Yeah.
We're still college students. We still want to have fun. I'm not saying we should get that messed up. I'm not saying, you know, drink until you fall in school or anything. But I'm still saying where if every time we do something little, that it I feel like it blows way more out of proportion than what it actually was. Maybe that person made a bad decision. Maybe not. It had nothing to do with the fraternity. That person might have just been that person to begin with, and that person didn't. Can we just like let that person be, or like a lot of people did for that one girl, or does it let that do it to the next level?
Picking back up what he was talking about earlier about PWIs and us, what I noticed, so I'm still kind of trying to see the difference, but they're not very supportive. Like school, if we throw on events, we don't see a lot of people, whereas like you see a lot of PWIs in one area, while like none of them would come to our events, but some of us we would come to their events. You know, community, we like to support each other. Sometimes, you know, we don't support each other's in, you know, this generation ourselves. But what I noticed too, like maybe like a couple months ago, one of the PWIs, they had an event where you can whoever can shave the beard the fastest. Whereas like the Deltas, they had an event. It was a very educational event. I don't know what it was about, but I noticed that there was a lot of people. It was like the same setting, but there was a lot of people at their shaving the beard the fastest. Whereas the Deltas, it wasn't that many people.
Not many people.
Yeah, so I'm just like, why is that? You know.
Why is it that? Yeah. Because